video, I'm going to show you how to set up a simple email assistant within n8n. And this is a simple agent that you can implement to just save a lot of time, get a lot of time back when it comes to sending and receiving emails. And this is a really simple workflow. I'll take you through step by step how to set it up, but from a high level overview, this is how it works. So it's going to start with a chat message as the trigger. So the way that this works is we're basically talking to the chat in OpenAI, and we're going to say, I need to send an email to this person, draft up an email and send it to them automatically. And so there's no manual involvement in this process. You don't have to write the email. You don't have to find the contact. You don't have to send it. All of that is being done by this agent here. And there's a couple different nodes you need to connect, but it's relatively simple. The main ones being OpenAI, Google Sheets for your contacts, and Gmail. And these are all very simple to set up. And I'll go ahead and take you through the workflow step by step. So starting out with the trigger, we're going to open this. And this is just a simple chat trigger, right? So this is just saying whenever we're going to enter a chat down here, the AI is then going to take that and figure out what it needs to do. And so the agent right here, if we go to open, this is what the agent looks like. So connected chat trigger node, that's what it's actually connected to. And that's where it's going to receive the input. And then from here, the prompt is going to be the JSON that we pull from over here. So you want it to be dynamic and you want it to take a look at what you say in the chat to understand what it needs to say back. So all we're going to do for this is JSON chat input. And that's going to be the prompt, which is essentially just the user message right here. And then so down here, this is very important. This is the system message. And this will be generic when you first set this up. It will give you a default, but I recommend going into ChatGPT and creating a custom system message. So if we go into ChatGPT, this is all you need to do. I just said create a system message prompt for an AI agent in n8n that will be sending automated emails to contacts from Google Sheets. The AI is a helpful AI assistant who's responsible for writing, scheduling, and sending emails to contacts via chat. And so it's going to spit this out for me. Anytime we can use AI, we're going to use it. I don't need to write this myself. I don't need to come up with the prompt. It's going to give it for me exactly the way that I need it to be. So it says, here's the system message for the AI. You're a helpful professional AI assistant responsible for writing, scheduling, and sending emails to contacts listed in Google Sheets. Each row, blah, blah, blah. And it's going to come up with this whole system message, right? So you're just going to copy this and you're going to paste it in here in this system message, right? And so as you can see, it gives it step-by-step instructions. And what this does is it just gives the AI more context into what it is and how it should be acting. And it's going to give it essentially guidelines on how to operate within this workflow. So that's what we do for the agent. From there, we're going to connect the chat model. I did OpenAI. You're going to connect memory as well. And if we open this up, you'll see that I have it connected to the chat trigger node. Context window, this is basically just how many messages do you want it to remember. I just have it set to 5, but you can set this custom. And then for the session key, this is going to be JSON session ID. Again, you can just pull this and input this here. Super simple. And then for the tool, we have Google Sheets. So we'll open this up. And the credential is Google Sheets account. So you're going to have to connect to your account. Very simple and straightforward. I'll make another video on this showing you how to do this, but it's really easy to do. Tool description set automatically. And so resource, this will be a sheet within a document. You can also do just a document, but we're going to do sheet within a document. Operation is going to be get rows because we want to extract information from rows that are already in there. So down here in document, we'll hit from list, and then we'll choose a document from the list. I have an example of example contacts. And then the sheet will be from list, and we'll just do sheet 1 because there's only one sheet here, right? So that's what it looks like. You can set filters too if you need them, but very simple and straightforward for the Google Sheets connection. Then we go to the Gmail. This is another tool that we're going to add. We're going to hit open. Again, you're going to connect your credentials to your Gmail account. Super easy to do, but I'll make another separate video showing you how to do this. Set automatically. Resource is message. Operation is going to be send because we want to send a message. And then down here, this is where we need to make sure that all of this is correct. So the 2 is going to be the email recipient, right? This needs to be custom. You don't want it to send to a specific email every time. You want it to send to whichever email you are asking it to send within your contacts. And this is really simple. You can just say, let's say there's someone named Jordan Lee in your contacts. You can say, send a message to Jordan Lee, and it's going to go ahead and automatically pull that email from here. So you don't even have to say, send it to this specific email. You could just say, send to Jordan Lee, and it's going to automatically pull this email. So the way that we do that is we're just going to do this query right here where it says from AI, email recipient. And so that's just telling the agent, pull from this specific email recipient. Super straightforward. For subject, same thing. You can just copy this, but then replace email recipient with subject. And that's just going to say, determine what the subject is based on the chat input. And then email type is going to be text. And message is going to be, again, copy this from AI string and then input email body. And that's just telling it, insert the body here. So that is what this looks like. super simple. If you have any problems, again, just let me know in the comments and I can help you out. But that's what it looks like for the Gmail connection. And that is the whole thing. I know I ran through it pretty quick, but I'll show you what it looks like when we actually test it. So in order to test this workflow, you're just going to go down here and you're going to send a chat. And we're going to say, please send an email to Will. I put myself in there, and we'll say, please send an email to Will asking if he is available for lunch at noon on Thursday. So what it's going to do, you see it's working. The chat is talking to the agent and it's spinning up the message. And so what it does is it says, I found multiple contacts for Will. Could you please confirm which one? So there's two Wills in here, which is good because it's not going to automatically send it to both or a random one. It's going to ask which one to confirm. So which one do you want to contact? I'll say to Will Rivas. And it's going to say, great, here's a draft for Will Rivas. And it's going to have the email, which it pulled again from here. And one thing I'll add, make sure that all of your sheets are sharing open so anyone with the link can access it. Otherwise, I won't be able to read this. But it's going to say subject, lunch this Thursday. Context I gave it was asking about lunch on Thursday. And the message is, hi, Will, I hope you're doing well. Are you available for lunch at noon this Thursday? Best. And then your name, you can insert your signature here. Would you like me to send this now? The way that I set it up is it confirms if I like the message and I want to send it. It doesn't automatically send it without me being able to review the message. You could do that if you don't want to review the message, but if you want to make sure that it's good, then you can review it first. And I just say yes. And it's going to trigger again. And it executed successfully. So now we can actually go and we can look and we can see right here. I got the message. Hey, Will, hope you're doing well. Available for lunch at noon this Thursday. And then you could insert your signature here. So, you can also set the email that it sends from. You can do a business email, whatever makes sense for you. But as we can see, it executed perfectly. And that is the agent. Like, it is extremely simple. It can send, receive, draft up emails for you, and it's very powerful. So that's a simple agent that you can use for email. Not too complex, but let me know in the comments if you have any questions or run into any problems, and I'm happy to help. And that is it. As always, I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you liking, subscribing if you found value from it, and I'll see you in the next one.